thing. I was like, okay, so I didn't even get my footage. So she's the main one. She's depending on her too.
Yeah. Listen, that's why you gotta shout out MDL Productions because we got you covered.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And hold on.
Oh, we're rolling?
We rolling.
Oh, I thought we were pre-rolling.
It's just so natural like that. That's how it really.
That's dope.
I know who you are. I said your name before anybody else did.
You sure did.
Yeah, around the corner. So I know who you are. I'm gonna allow you to introduce yourself to the people. I'm Big MDL. I'm MDL Productions.
Very good.
Dante.
Nice to meet you, Dante.
So,
MDL Productions.
I want you to introduce yourself.
My name is Joy Rocks. Some of y'all may know me. I'm from Zimbabwe originally. I always proudly rep the motherland. And I'm here and hey, we rocking. We're making music. We are making plays and just happy to be here.
Right. So how long have you been making music?
Too long. Off the record or on the record. I started doing music at 6 because I started playing the piano and stuff like that. And
play the piano?
Yeah, and then I stayed in it like throughout school, elementary, high school. I'd be that for the national anthem, and you know, I went to Catholic high school, so boarding school, so they would have me play some stuff, services and stuff.
Well, hold on, you cut your knowledge just for a second. You said you're from Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
So did you go to school there?
Yes.
Also, when did you leave Zimbabwe to come here?
Oh, a long time ago. I came here when I was straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school? Okay.
I lived there my whole life.
Okay, so all of this and all of your musical knowledge and talent came from when you was in Zimbabwe. It started.
I mean, the bass and the structure, absolutely. My dad was, he loved music, you know, but he was ahead of his time. You figuring you're in Africa, and he was an engineer by profession, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he was a DJ. And back in those days, one of the chores was wiping and polishing the records, you know, because he had to have them
waxed. They got
the real. He had boxes and boxes of records, so we were, you know, that's the chore. So with that, and he loved, you know, playing the piano, the keyboard. So I just started I just loved it. You know, that's where it started, and it continued when I got here.
What's some of your favorite artists growing up? Like maybe like 2 or 3 that you remember.
Growing up, I mean, as a youngin, and we were not allowed to really listen to. I really loved Tupac.
Okay.
I did. I loved Tupac, and when he died, I was very sad, and I couldn't understand it because I thought heroes don't go. But at the end of the day, I did. One of the songs I first wrote a rap trying to copy was his song. You know.
What song?
I know you will struggle right from the start. It taught me so many lessons and not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions and then it must be perfect, man.
Hey!
Yeah, some questions had to work them out, and now the arguments are getting loud. I want to stay. So I mean, shit, I was that what you won't do. Yeah. So when I heard and I was seeing these guys doing this, man, I was like pre-teen and just wanting it too one day. It's like a real thing, you know. So that was one of the things.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's super fire.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, alright, so that was off the record. So when did you get on the record to take music seriously? You said you got here after high school.
Yes, I would say.
Moved here with your family?
I'm sorry?
Moved here with your family?
Here?
Yeah, like you moved to
No,
United
I moved here
States
by myself.
By yourself straight out of high school?
By myself with $300 in my pocket and a one-way ticket straight from the motherland with nothing but big dreams and big hopes. And all I wanted to do when I first came, I mean, I didn't even think I'd really be doing music. I mean, I always did it, but I came for college. I came here to go to school, and I did. I just wanted to graduate and do, you know, what I thought you're supposed to do. So I did that, you know, and my first college that I went to was out in Delaware. The first place I ever came to America. I landed in New York City. And by the time I landed, I had 120, it was like $140 left in my pocket. And I had to survive the rest of forever in America.
There's a key piece of information you just said. You got from Zimbabwe here.
And nobody
like
was there. Yeah, no one was there waiting for me at the airport, and I arrived late at night to JFK. Can you imagine?
Did you even... So, did you have a plan before you got here? You just hopped on the plane?
I had a basic, at least a starter plan.
All right, so tell me about the plan, because you know what I'm saying? He was like, as soon as I graduated, I had like $300.
My starter plan was just get to America.
Okay.
And get to college. And make sure you get a place to stay at the school. Mm-hmm. It's funny, I'm laughing about it now, but man, whew, Lord of mercy. Okay, I went through a whole lot of things to be where I'm at right now. That's facts. But long story short, because we'll be here for 5 hours talking about what.
I don't mind that. I like your conversation. This is a good story.
Yeah, so
good story time.
I just plan to. I trusted God. I'll be honest.
I said,
you know what? I got my one-way ticket to America. I know I'm gonna be great, and God got my back. I'm gonna figure it out. But I did go to school, and I was fortunate enough to. I didn't even have a scholarship, but I did get a place to stay, and at the dorms, and I did for a little while, and I figured out the rest as I went along.
Oh shit! You had to get a green card and everything.
Yeah, now I have one.
Okay.
Yeah, thank goodness. But yeah, it's always an issue, when you're foreign and you come into a new place. You got big dreams, big goals, and they tell you it's the land of dreams and opportunity, and you
find out it's just not for you. Land of dreams and opportunity for everybody but you.
Now, but you gotta fight for your dreams.
You gotta fight for your own.
You gotta make it happen. You gotta see it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you can't do it, and so you can't be afraid. That's another thing. Fear leads a lot of us to not try something. I was very fearless. A lot of people were worried about me. You crazy? How you gonna make it? Mind you, I did very good in high school. I was number 1. 1, 2. I mean, my points, we did A levels, what's called advanced levels.
Okay.
At 15 points. And that's a very hard thing to do for a lot of people. But I kind of did it, and in the end, I, just knew I had to be here. I lost a lot, so I didn't have that attachment at home anymore. My mom passed when I was 14.
Sorry to hear that.
My pops passed as soon as I got here, like 3 months in. So, and that was hard, It was hard. I was at a point where I couldn't even fly back home because I had a one-way ticket. Broke as hell. Couldn't. But when I left, I knew it was going to happen, and he was okay with that. He wanted me to come here and, not miss my opportunity of waiting for someone to go.
Yeah.
But that was the situation. But we're still standing and still here. A lot of people say you're crazy. Ain't nobody over there. How you gonna survive? But you don't question how you're gonna survive. Sometimes when you have a certain calling, or you just do it, and you trust and you learn and figure out along the way.
Yeah. That's a fact.
That was my plan.
That was your plan? Listen, that's not a bad plan. A lot of people that I know, they make a plan and they don't stick to it.
Yeah, that's the problem. And then another thing with plans, you can make a plan, but you're not in control of everything. There are too many variables to think that your plan will actually 100% pan out. So you gotta be open to what's happening around you, the energies around you, and tap into providence, divine providence. You may whatever you gotta do, but you can't say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and then God decides you're not even gonna be around to do that tomorrow. But that was your plan. That I was gonna. It's just an example. Talk is cheap, what you sow, you reap. I ain't never been one of no flattery or mockery. Put your money where your mouth at. Do it like it's Nike. Do it like it just for the lottery. Fuck all the talk.
We're back. So, God's plan was bigger for you. Say that one more time.
Yeah, God's plan is bigger.
Yeah.
Always. You can't foresee these things, but you just gotta trust yourself too. Because they say fake no work, and and yeah, it's rap, it's hip hop, yeah, she preaching, nah, it's life. Everybody can't never front on what you need to sustain your life, to create the best things for yourself, to be able to thrive, to be able to get opportunities. Certain things just happen.
Absolutely.
For example, oh man, I was just, and then that happened, I met such and such, and oh my God, I can't believe it. Really, did you plan that?
Mm-hmm.
See, so that's just my take on some things.
You know what? I agree with you, because there's a lot of things that happened in my life and things that I did, and it was like, regardless of how I felt, I had a saying. This was like my saying.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
and then 1, 2, this is happening. You feel me?
Yes.
This is happening.
Yes.
There's a lot of people like, I can't believe I'm going through this. Nah. Fuck all, I'm not going through this. This is happening. What's next?
Exactly.
You can stay down in the dumps. You can give up. But if you don't, what's next?
Yes.
The major difference between your story and a lot of other people's story is, we give up.
Can't give up. Matter of fact, that's been my mantra ever since. I've always said the 4 things. When someone asks you what is it that you would say, it's 4 words. Never ever give up.
Mm.
If you really have a conviction in you, you may not understand why you feel that way until later. Hindsight is 20/20. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, 6 months down the line after everything, so that's why I had to be there, because if I wasn't there, I wouldn't have met such and such, who then introduced me to such and such, and now look. But if you weren't, you know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how, I look at things sometimes.
As you should.
Yeah.
So let me ask you another question. What's something that you want your fans and your supporters to take away from your music? What do you stand for as an artist? Like as a person. You feel me? How do you want that to translate into your artistry?
See, I feel like we're here for a season, for a short time.
Okay.
Considering the age of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I feel like we're all here for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow we may or may not know what it is, but I feel like when we're all connected as people, so my stories, my experiences, while I'm here as a timestamp, is memories, something for you to learn and pick. If I can teach you something about my experience, whoever is listening to my record, then fantastic. If I can uplift you if you're having a bad day, and maybe this song just make you feel good for whatever reason, then that's awesome, and if I can be honest in the music, the more honest I am, the better it is, because we're doing the real things. A lot of fuckery and fake shit going on right now. A lot of people talk about what doesn't matter, they do what don't matter. So I try and at least, make the music interesting enough where you, okay, I like this beat, yeah, but in it there's a message of some sort.
Yeah.
Whenever I can, then you'll have sometimes you're just partying, and even in that there is a message, should relax, have a good time, but
it's hard to do for some people, especially when they're going through something.
Yeah.
That depression part and not.
This is real. That is real.
I think a lot more people become depressed because
they give up.
They give up on trying to relax and give themselves a break.
Yeah.
What are some things that you do to relax and relieve stress?
You know what? I don't relax enough because I find the music relaxing. So I find when I'm really relaxing, I'm writing. So I'm kind of working, I like to travel and all of that, but I don't like traveling with no purpose. So if I'm somewhere, then I'm probably going to try to find out what's going on. How can I get in the mix? Can I promote? Can I get to see how they're moving? That for the most part, it feels relaxing to me, because when I don't do that, I feel agitated. I feel stressed. I feel like I didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a chip on my shoulder. I'm probably going to end up depressed, because the more I feel like that, the more I feel detached from what I want to see become a reality. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that for me. Yeah, and then quality time, loved ones, real ones.
See, one thing I remember you saying earlier was, when you left, shit happened, and you kind of compartmentalized what was going on and focused on the new.
Had to, because I knew that if I had stayed home, and I love my family, my extended family, I got my aunties, uncles, cousins, everybody over there, but I knew if I stayed, I would self-destruct. I felt like I needed to chase something bigger than what was going on. I felt like I gotta do it also for my family, being that my folks was gone. So what's the next best thing I can do is be as great as I can possibly be. I mean, I'm still working, I'm rising, I'm dreaming, and it's always a constant. I think no matter what, how far you go, you will still be dreaming. You will still be working for something bigger. Because I seen that. I came here for one thing, and somehow I found myself in the studio. I found myself meeting great people from the jump. My first producers was for Bone Thugs and Harmony, straight out from the street. Two-man production. Shout out to me from Philly. I was in college. I was always rapping in school, lunch breaks. One of the girls I knew said, "Yo, man, you gotta stop playing, man. You're sitting on a few millions. Let's go to the studio." She was a finance and business major, and she literally made a play. One thing led to the next with the studio. Next thing I knew, even though I was in school, I had to do music. So I was doing it. As soon as I finished, I couldn't wait to be free from study and all this and that, so I could just be really trying to do this. So yeah. In a nutshell.
Do you have any regrets?
I feel like
you live your life without regrets.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna explain that. I don't personally. Even if I fuck up, I don't have regrets. I learn.
Yeah.
What I learned is when you don't learn, then you absolutely live with a lot of regrets, because how it says it's nagging you. There's something in the process of growing or whatever you have to pick up from that thing you fucked up or whatever you did to get to a better place where your eyes is open, where your mind is open and you can do things for real. Now, if you constantly say you don't learn, then you will constantly find yourself in situations full of regret that you will always regret because it's a pattern. But when you do something, you learn, chin up, keep it moving, do better. As long as you can do, what are you going to do? Regret and sit down and fucked up? For how long are you going to do that? And how much time you're wasting? So no, I don't really. I might be normal process shit, get over shit, keep the shit moving, do better.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last question. What was something inspiring on your journey that you'll never forget? Like, what was a moment that happened for you that is like, this is near and dear to your heart?
A moment that was inspiring I'll never forget was when I was still in PA. I started out in Delaware. I start small. I figured, look at the map, the smallest state. That's where I want to be. I like it. It's close to New York, Philly, Maryland, DC. Start in a small spot so you can see how they move there. Now when you're more confident.
It's real strategic, and not to cut you off, but continue.
Yeah, that way if I land in New York, I would have drowned immediately. I'm like, take me back. Where's the ship at? Take me home. But what happened to me, over the years, I'll never forget, I was living in Philly at this point. Well, not Philly, I lived in Westchester, but either way, Philly, I was there every day I was in the city, moving and shaking. However, I was starting to get hopeless, like with the music. I was coming to New York a lot. I find myself, take my 2-hour drive up the turnpike, 3 hours sometimes, do whatever I gotta do, go back. I was doing this maybe once a week, trying to meet people so I could end up being out. Wanted to live here so bad. Now I do.
Trying to drain me on my energy. I am who I wanna be. I am who they try to be. I'm good in the neighborhood. Be out at the Applebee's.
Yeah, I wanted to live in New York so bad, and now I do. And I was so frustrated. I was tired of all the showcasing, all the little things that would make me feel like, man, I've been doing this for a few years now, like, and I ain't getting nowhere. Like, I was starting to feel like I'm stuck in showcases, and I was starting to even, and that's also another lesson, because it's humble, and nothing wrong with showcases. Do 1 billion of them, because everybody counts. But at that point, I wasn't thinking that way. I was feeling like I'm about to quit. Fuck this shit. I'm done. Listen, I was even praying. God, actually, matter of fact, I prayed that day, that night, maybe 2 nights before things surprised me, and then I ended up being inspired all over again and decided, okay, I'm gonna stay. So I said, listen, if this ain't for me, it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt, because I want it so bad. But if it ain't, take it away and show me what it is you want me to do, corporate America, whatever else, right? Fine, I'll do it humbly, and so it will, hey, okay. But if this is for me, give me a sign. I need it, man. I need it real bad. Next thing you know, I had performed in Philly. I met Larry Lair. Larry Lair had invited David L. David L. Respect the Grind. Shout out Respect the Grind. He comes out. He calls me from New York, and no, somebody else calls me. June, somebody says, yo, come to New York. They have a audition. It's gonna be a lot of labels, people, boom, boom. You know, so they come out, and I'm like, man, another showcase. You had another promise for somebody from this label. You know, the sweeping guy from Sony gonna be there. I'm tired of this shit. But I went. When I went, ended up working with, I met David Lighty and A.B. Butler.
Ooh.
Shout out to Violator for Life. And
Shout out to the Violators. Shout out to
and
A.B.
and yeah, and Dave Lighty as well. So them two were there, and they were working, and they were, you know, and they say, yo, nah, stay. We want to holler at you. Next thing you know, I'm working with them. I'm excited as hell. This is the sign I needed. New York is fucking with me a little bit, because music is fucking with me a little bit. I was about to hang it up and try something else maybe, you know. But long story short, they liked the music. I had a record with the way it was done, it was a producer told me the record, blah blah blah. It wasn't an official record, but I had a feature with Lil' Kim. It got the attention, they loved it. And next thing you know, I had an opportunity to work. You know, they took me on as a developing artist.
Wow.
And they had me in the studios and the rooms and places, and you know, it was awesome. And that was big inspiration for me, just to be able to even meet Chris Lighty and be in the same room. You know, rest in peace. It hurts what happened. You know, I thought I was on top of the world when he was around. Nobody could tell me I wasn't gonna make it. You know, but when he passed, I stayed independent. I still, you know, working. Here I am. You know, I value everyone I meet along the way, but I know life is constantly evolving. Change is only constant. So, with that said, you know, I gained some valuable people from that situation, some valuable contacts, valuable relationships, and even to today, you know, shout out to Uncle Murder on the record, Party Jumping, you know.
Shout out to Uncle Murder.
And I know it's on the strength of the strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things as you're moving in this world, it's just value the people you meet and just be genuine and have pure intentions. You have pure intentions, you win. Always. I don't care what anyone says.
Value the relationships over the bag.
Yeah. Always. And just keep pure intentions and a clear vision.
I love that.
And no fear. That's it. Those are my gems, you know.
We needed those.
We got this. You got it. You're doing it. Look where you are. Look where we're here.
It's the start. Hold on. Shout out to my sponsors, Joints and Gibberish, Munchie Face Treats, and Munchie Face Events. You know what I'm saying? We outside. We love you.
Yeah.
Shout out to my lovely guest, Joy Rob.
Thank you for
You know what I'm
having
saying?
me. I'm very grateful. I didn't even know this was part of the package. I just came to perform.
Listen.
But now here.
MDL is in the. Hold on. We gotta have that one time. We gotta shout out MDL Productions one
Absolutely.
time.
Hey y'all. Shout out to MDL Productions. The realest the truest, you know. It's a vibe. It's everything. Yes, thank you.
I appreciate you so much, and thank you for
Appreciate
coming
you.
on the show today.
Yay, thank you for having me.